I'm confused though. I need to get the here tomorrow, American Airlines, so y'all better make something happen, man. Y'all up money, deals I got to go, places I gotta be, meetings I gotta be in, and y'all gave my seat away.
Yeah, and definitely a heartbreaking day for Philly music fans today. YNG Cheese fans and fans of his father took to social media to show their respect, to show their support. Meanwhile, police, they're continuing to look for the shooter.
Ayo, so Gillie the Kid's son, YNG Cheese, got murked just a few weeks back. And before things could even chill out, those Philly goons wasted no time and straight up issued a solid warning. Basically, this is a message to all those frontin' like they're all tough and legit, when in reality, they're just putting on an act. If you ask them, there ain't no room for a guy like Cheese in the gangsta world. Man, you won't believe this heartbreaking news. So Gillie the Kid, that big shot hip-hop artist and entertainment mogul from Philly, yeah, his son got gunned down and killed just the other night in the only part of the city. It's like a real tragedy that's hitting folks hard. Billy's gun violence mess is just too damn much, and people are pissed. So this dude Devin Spady, aka YNG Cheese, well, he got shot in the back around 8:30 p.m. on Masher Street. The cops rushed him to the hospital, but it's messed up, man. He did not make it. And get this, there were 2 more people hit, but they're hanging in there. What's all behind this? Well, nobody knows at this point, man. The person who pulled the trigger is still out there. The cops are on it, but they haven't made any arrests yet. YNG Cheese was just 25 years old, and he had this young kid of his own. He was definitely trying to follow in his old man's footsteps, trying to make a name for himself in the music scene. Gillie the Kid, now going by Gillie the King, blew up with his hip-hop group Major Figures back in the late 90s. So you know Gillie and his cousin Wallow, right? Well, they run that crazy popular podcast $1 Million Worth of Game, where they chat about everything under the sun. Well, they're using their platform to help out young black dudes and drop some wisdom. You know, just trying to do some good in their hood. But damn, it's just heartbreaking that despite all the good that they're doing, Gillie's got to go through this nightmare. Parents aren't supposed to bury their own kids, man, but the community's rallying behind him, showing love, sending tributes and prayers. But yo, this ain't just about them. Billy's got a deep-seated problem. This year alone, there have been way too many killings and shootings. Sure, the numbers might be a little bit lower than last year, but still, man, it's way too damn high. We gotta come together and stop this madness. It's too heavy to bear. Of course, news about YNG Cheese's death spread like wildfire on social media. Folks at the scene were saying he's Gillie's son, but the authorities hadn't confirmed it right away. Still, the sources closest to the fam told NBC 10 Philadelphia it's true. Man, social media blew up with condolences for Gillie the King. Wallow, Gillie's cousin, and the other half of the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast duo straight up bared his soul on Instagram. He threw up some pics of YNG Cheese and just poured out his heart. He wrote, "Lil' cuz, usually when I talk to you, I got a lot to tell you. Tonight, the pain in my heart and tears spoke to you. I love you beyond life, Cheese. I got your father. Rest well." The whole hip-hop fam united to send some serious love to YNG Cheese. Metro Boomin, Ghostface Killah, E40, Lloyd Banks, Bobby Shmurda, you name it. They all paid their respects. And get this, O3 Greedo dropped a heartfelt note for Gillie the King, saying they're sending prayers his way because words just ain't enough to show what he's going through. Man, they're all standing strong with him. Rest in peace, young brother. My deepest condolences to Gillie the King and his family. YNG Cheese was totally following his old man's path, carving out his own rep in the rap scene over the last couple of years. In fact, back in 2019, he even threw out a Born a Star. And y'all remember that deal with him and 37 Mac when they teamed up as Mac and Cheese, and man, that Ignore track of theirs went crazy viral. All thanks to $1 Million Worth of Game Entertainment. Good times, right? Man, Gillie the King's been going through some tough times lately with the heartbreaking loss of his son. But here's something that warms the heart. During his recent Philly gig, Drake stepped up in a big way. At the Wells Fargo Center, where he was performing on tour, Drake made sure Gillie was in the crowd. And right before he kicked off the show, Drizzy took a moment to reach out to Gillie, showing major respect and paying tribute to his son who passed away. So to get the crowd all amped up, Drake dropped this bomb.
Before we get started, one of our friends, our brothers in this shit, lost his son the other day, so I want to dedicate this show tonight to Cheese. Y'all make some noise for Gillie and his son.
But that ain't all. The whole show, every single bit of it, Drake dedicated to Cheese. Now that's some genuine heart-to-heart stuff right there. He had everyone in the audience join in to show Gillie and Cheese some serious love and put out some good vibes. Seeing this, Gillie was seriously moved by the gesture, and he went ahead and posted a video of that touching moment on Instagram. It's a beautiful sight to see, really, witnessing artists come together to support each other in times of such deep sorrow. Gillie the King also gave Drake a massive shout out in the caption of a post. He was seriously appreciative and dropped dropped a huge comment on his IG profile for the 6 guy. That Champagne Poppy, me and the fam really appreciate you, man. From the bottom of our hearts, you know what you did? You put a big old smile on my kid's face during this tough time. That's real, man. But come on, man, you didn't have to make me all emotional in front of everyone like that. You could have given me a heads up, bro. Hashtag LL Cheese. Drake's got some serious spirit lifting skills, man. I gotta say, he totally caught Gillie off guard with all those feelings, no doubt. It's all about that love, and they're holding each other up through these tough and rough patches. Gillie dropped a real emotional note for all his followers on social media. After laying low for a few tough days, he finally broke his silence and opened up about how much this one hit him. I miss you like shit, Dev. My heart will forever have a black hole in it. But you know your father got to be strong to hold the family up. Thanks for all the support from family, friends, and all my followers. Y'all really helping me get through these rough times. Me and my family appreciate and love y'all. Rest well, Dev, and watch over us. You know I got Chase. Love you, Cheese. Now, believe it or not, people were hella quick to judge Gillie the King, bringing up his rough past and all. Like, they were all over him for not pushing hard enough to steer his kid away from the same sketchy path that Gillie went down. And that's supposedly why his son got caught up in that street life mess in the first place. But once you head down that road, man, anything's on the table. Even losing your life. Even if you're not fully diving deep into that deep end, you know what I'm saying? You can teach your kids the right way, but at the end of the day, they take their own path. I pray for Gillie. Losing a child is an unimaginable pain to most parents who have all their children still. There's this whole other side saying it's all Gillie the Kid's fault. YNG Cheese, just 25 years old, his pops is Gillie the Kid, the big shot Philly king, raking in cash, making moves. But people are asking, why was YNG Cheese still out in Philly, hanging in those sketchy streets? Like, that's the million-dollar question right there. I mean, seriously, when your folks managed to ditch the street life, you'd think you'd follow suit, right? Like, you just keep your distance from that whole scene altogether. Because let's be real, even if you swear you're not into it, just hanging around the street folks is like playing with fire. Your life is on the line, no joke. So when word spread about YNG Cheese getting gunned down on the Philly streets, some people were not even surprised. Here's the thing, folks are giving Gillie heat for. He's all about this positive talk on his podcast, dishing out advice, preaching about living right and steering clear of that street life. But here's the twist. Did he ever lay down that same wisdom for his own child? Did his son even listen to him? If he did, that's what's got people wondering. Yeah, Gillie might be talking all smart now, but let's keep it real here. That wasn't always the case. He started acting like he had some sense just a few years back. The dude's 45 now, but he was going wild before. Remember those DVDs? The whole I Run Philly vibe? And now this? It's like if he had stepped up his maturity game a little sooner, maybe things would have rolled different for his son. Now, I ain't saying everything's on Gillie's shoulders, but maybe, just maybe, he could have made a dent if he had been a better role model earlier. Now, sometimes change comes in late, and it messes with the crew around us, especially the younger crowd. Nobody's been hauled in for Cheese's death yet. Man, the online comments just piled up like crazy because of that. Some folks are even thinking that either Cheese or Gillie got mixed up with some seriously dangerous characters. And people were chiming in, suggesting that Gillie better not make a move to get back at anyone. Why, you ask? Because if he does, he might be walking straight into a bigger mess. Get this, someone straight up dropped a comment on Gillie's IG, claiming he ain't gonna lift a finger over what happened to his son. They're saying the guys behind it are a little bit tougher than his whole family combined. It's like a warning, really, telling him to stick to his podcast, stay in his lane, and keep out of it all. They're dead serious, no joke. And apparently some of Cheese's ops caught this freestyle that Cheese dropped in the hood, and after they heard it, they came in to show Cheese who was really about that life. As you can hear from the freestyle, the bars were tight, but they were also referencing not only the gang life, but gun violence as well.
This how I felt like nigga who started this shit. They ain't believe me like I ain't put my heart in this shit. But now I'm on that everybody want part of this shit. Same niggas drown, can't nobody jump part of this shit. I got my groove back, feeling like Stella. Can't get your bitch on me, she know they ain't nothing better. I can never love no hoes, I love blacks and brothers. Drop top with the letter, big knockin', shut it out. I know they hear about me. They won't text me cause my niggas press go. They know I'm a factor, can no nigga bring no fair about me. Fuck with Cheese and niggas get that halo. She only spin them blocks and niggas know the lay low. Load 100 shots, chop with you potatoes. I'm the head.
Y'all practice what you preach. Now, if you read into this, it kind of implies that Gillie's boy was knee-deep in some real gang stuff, despite what all the preaching out there says. Folks online heard it too, and they were paying attention. That's why you can read comments such as, "This is the life they live, love, the energy they push. Rest in peace, youngin'. But Y8's this is a prize." But honestly, whatever the cause for him losing his life, it's all in the past now. No going back at this point. This is a massive hit for Gillie and his crew, and we're all hoping he bounces back from this hit real soon.
Gillie the Kid laying his oldest son, Devin Spady, to rest on Monday. Spady, who rapped under the name YNG Cheese, was killed in a shooting at the corner of Masher and Nedro last Thursday night. Family friends we spoke with believe losing a son to gun violence will motivate Gillie even more to stay active in his fight. But they also know he can't do it alone and say the community has to step up and take action.
So they ended up laying Cheese to rest at the Met in North Philly on Monday, July 24th. It was a major event with a bunch of folks turning up to show their respect. And you want to hear something cool? The folks on the mic didn't hold back. They made sure to stress how urgent it is to put an end to gun violence in Philly. That issue is no joke, and they ain't just gonna brush it off. Gotta give them props for stepping up and speaking their minds on this. A few weeks after all this locomotion, seems like Gillie found a way to move on. He's been doing some traveling lately, and he even managed to complain about it too. Gillie the Kid went off on American Airlines, slamming the company for stranding him in Europe due to a flight cancellation. So on Tuesday, August 8th, the host of $1 Million Worth of Game used Instagram to call out the airline for supposedly giving away his first-class seats and not doing enough to sort out new ones.
It's crazy, man. American Airlines, man. I'm an executive platinum member. Executive platinum. I fly 3 times a week, man. American Airlines. You know they oversold the flight and gave our tickets away, man. I was first class, man. Now they saying they ain't got a flight back until Thursday. American Airlines. This how y'all treat y'all executive platinum members? I'm confused, man. I'm confused, man. American Airlines, man. I'm in Madrid and y'all gave my flights away, my first class flights away. What is it, American Airlines? I'm confused. The people at the desk, they treat you like shit. They tell you they can't do nothing for you. Like, what's going on, American Airlines? I'm an executive platinum member. I think that's the highest, so I don't think there's nothing above that, is it? I don't know. I'm confused, though. I need to get the fuck here tomorrow, American Airlines, so y'all better make something fucking happen, man. Y'all f***ed up money, deals I got to go, places I gotta be, meetings I gotta be in, and y'all gave my seat away.
Let us know what you think down about in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more hip-hop related news and updates straight to your feed. And as always, you got to remember to keep it real.